Have you ever filled up your gas tank only to see the fuel gauge drop so fast within a few days that you could hardly believe your eyes? You might think it's because gas prices went up, your car is getting old, traffic jams, or maybe even the weather. But the truth is, your own car could be burning your money every single day. Statistics show that, on average, drivers waste 30–50% of their fuel because of just 10 small mistakes, the kind of mistakes most of us silently ignore. It may look like just a few drops of fuel, but over months and years, that adds up to a pile of money you could have spent on your family, your passions, or simply a meaningful trip somewhere special. A fuel-efficient car doesn't just save you money, it gives you peace of mind every time you start the engine. Every gallon of gas used efficiently is another bit of your hard work being preserved. Fuel saving isn't about cutting back. It's about understanding your car so it runs smarter and more efficiently. When you take care of your vehicle properly, the engine runs smoother, the transmission shifts better, the fuel gauge drops slower, and you begin to realize that saving fuel isn't magic. It's the result of knowledge and consistent, right actions every day. Today, you'll see the 10 main reasons your car might be drinking gas like water. And more importantly, you'll learn exactly how to bring its performance back to the way it was when new. Reason 1: fuel injectors. Fuel injectors are the heart of the engine. They're responsible for delivering fuel into the combustion chamber with precise pressure and spray pattern. Over time, carbon buildup and fuel impurities stick to the injector tips. Just like a clogged shower head, the spray becomes uneven, and the fuel droplets fail to atomize properly and mix with air. As a result, combustion efficiency drops, the engine starts to vibrate slightly, loses power, and fuel consumption rises noticeably. A dirty fuel injector can make your car burn 10–15% more fuel every month, and most drivers never even notice. The fix is simple. Replace the fuel filter on schedule and clean the injectors every 30,000–50,000 kilometers, 18,000–30,000 miles. If your car feels weak, shakes at idle, or accelerates sluggishly, check the fuel injection system immediately. Keep your injectors clean, and your engine will burn fuel more efficiently, saving not just gas, but also your wallet every time you fill up. Reason 2: worn or weak spark plugs. Spark plugs are the igniting spark that starts all the power inside your engine. Just one weak spark can throw off the entire combustion process in a cylinder. When spark plugs are worn out or firing inconsistently, the fuel inside the combustion chamber doesn't burn completely. This leads to misfires, engine vibration, sluggish acceleration, and a noticeable increase in fuel consumption. Many drivers think that as long as the car starts, the spark plugs must still be fine. But in reality, every weak ignition is a moment of wasted fuel, each drop disappearing silently, and you won't notice it until your wallet feels lighter. The solution is simple. Replace spark plugs at the proper interval, typically every 30,000–50,000 kilometers, 18,000–30,000 miles. Always use the exact plug type recommended by your manufacturer, and check the ignition coils or plug wires if your car hesitates, shakes, or loses throttle response. A strong spark can literally bring your engine back to life and help you save every precious drop of fuel. Reason 3: MAF sensor, mass airflow sensor. The MAF sensor, mass airflow, is the breathing brain of your engine. It precisely measures how much air enters the intake, so the ECU can inject the exact amount of fuel needed for each combustion cycle. Over time, dust, oil vapors, or residue from the air filter can cling to the sensor wire, causing inaccurate readings. When that happens, the ECU injects too much fuel, combustion becomes inefficient, and the engine feels weaker, slightly rough, and noticeably thirstier. Sometimes you'll notice unusual fuel consumption, slower acceleration, or the check engine light coming on without an obvious reason. That could be your MAF sensor trying to warn you. The fix is easy. Clean the MAF sensor every 6 months using a dedicated mass airflow sensor cleaner. Never use gasoline, brake cleaner, or any other solvent. One wrong move can permanently damage the sensor. With just a few minutes of proper cleaning, your car will feel more responsive, accelerate smoother, and your fuel gauge will drop slower, just like when it was new. And since you've watched this far, I've made a detailed step-by-step video showing exactly how to clean your MAF sensor safely at home. You can watch it here, How to cleaning mass airflow sensor. Secret hack mechanics don't want you to know. The link is in the description for those who truly want to understand their car and save every precious drop of fuel. Reason 4. Oxygen sensor, O2 sensor. The oxygen sensor, also known as the O2 sensor, is the eyes of your engine. It constantly measures the amount of oxygen left in the exhaust gases and sends that data to the ECU so it can precisely adjust the amount of fuel being injected. Over time, carbon deposits, oil vapors, or dirt can accumulate on the sensor tip, causing inaccurate readings. When that happens, the engine injects too much or too little fuel, leading to incomplete combustion, loss of power, and a noticeable increase in fuel consumption. Common signs include poor fuel economy, the check engine light turning on, or black smoke coming from the exhaust during acceleration. A weak oxygen sensor can make your car burn up to 40% more fuel, which could cost hundreds of dollars in extra gas every year. That's why US technicians recommend checking or replacing your O2 sensors every 80,000 to 100,000 miles, depending on driving conditions. A healthy O2 sensor helps your engine breathe more accurately, burn fuel cleaner, and deliver the full performance from every gallon you pay for. Reason 5. Engine air filter. The engine air filter works like the lungs of your car. Its job is to trap dirt and debris before air enters the combustion chamber, allowing the engine to breathe freely and burn fuel efficiently. Over time, dust, sand, and dry leaves can build up on the filter surface, restricting airflow. When there's not enough air entering the engine, the air-fuel mixture becomes unbalanced, forcing the ECU to inject extra fuel to compensate for the lack of oxygen. As a result, the car loses power, accelerates sluggishly, and fuel consumption increases significantly. According to studies, even a dirty air filter can reduce fuel efficiency by 10–15%, which equals dozens of gallons of gas every year for an average US driver. The fix is simple. Inspect and replace your air filter every 15,000–30,000 miles, or sooner if you often drive in dusty environments. A clean air filter not only helps save fuel, but also extends engine life and keeps every drive smoother and lighter. Reason 6. Tires. Tires are the only part of your car that touches the road, directly affecting both traction and fuel economy. When tire pressure drops by just 5 pounds per square inches, rolling resistance increases, forcing the engine to work harder and causing fuel consumption to rise by 3–5%. Uneven tire wear can also make the car vibrate, slip slightly, and lose overall efficiency. Most people don't realize that even slightly underinflated tires can cost them several extra gallons of fuel each year without noticing. The fix is simple. Check your tire pressure every month, keep it at the recommended level shown on the driver's door frame, and rotate your tires every 5,000–7,500 miles. Properly inflated tires help the car roll more smoothly, allow the engine to work more efficiently, and make your wallet breathe easier at every gas station. Reason 7. Brakes. Brakes keep your car safe, but when brake pads drag slightly, or a caliper piston gets stuck, they continue to grip the rotors even when you're not pressing the pedal. This creates constant resistance, making the engine pull harder, the car feel sluggish, and fuel consumption rise noticeably. Even one dragging brake can reduce efficiency by 2–4 mpg, meaning you could waste dozens of gallons of gas each year. Common warning signs. The car doesn't roll freely when coasting. One wheel feels unusually hot after stopping, or you hear a faint squeaking noise at low speed. Solution: inspect the brake system regularly, clean and lubricate caliper pistons, and replace brake pads when they're worn beyond spec. A smooth, well-maintained braking system not only improves fuel economy, but also gives you a safer, quieter, and more effortless driving experience on every trip. Reason 8. Overloading or carrying unnecessary weight. Weight is the silent enemy of efficiency. Every extra 100 pounds of unnecessary items in your car can reduce fuel economy by 1–2%. Many drivers have a habit of leaving old tools, water jugs, boxes, or heavy equipment in the trunk, thinking it doesn't matter much. But over time, that added weight forces your engine to carry an unnecessary load every single day. A heavier car also means brakes wear out faster, tires wear unevenly, and the engine has to burn more fuel just to cover the same distance. The fix is simple. Clean out your trunk regularly, remove everything you don't actually need, and only keep the essentials for your trip. Reason 9. Engine oil. Engine oil is like the lifeblood of your car. It lubricates, cools, and protects every moving part inside the engine. However, when the oil becomes old, thick, or the wrong viscosity, friction between internal components increases, forcing the engine to work harder. Using the wrong grade, say 10 watts 40 instead of 0 watts 20, can reduce your fuel economy by 2-3 mpg. That not only wastes fuel, but also makes the engine heat up faster, shortens its lifespan, and causes carbon buildup inside the piston. The solution: change your oil every 5,000, 6,000, 500 miles, and always use the exact viscosity and specification recommended by the manufacturer. If your car has higher mileage, consider high-mileage oil for extra protection. A properly lubricated engine runs smoother, uses less fuel, and gives you that same strong, refined performance as the day it was new. Reason 10. Driving habits. The final and most common reason doesn't come from your car itself, but from you, the driver. Sudden acceleration, hard braking, or frequent rapid throttle changes force the engine to constantly adjust its load, burning much more fuel than necessary. According to studies, smooth and steady driving can save up to 15–20% more fuel compared to aggressive driving. When you drive gently, the engine runs more steadily, the transmission shifts more smoothly, and the pressure inside the combustion chamber stays optimal for efficient fuel burn. Try adopting the Zen driving habit. Maintain a safe following distance, accelerate gradually, and brake early and smoothly. You'll notice your car runs keter, your fuel usage drops significantly, and even your mind feels calmer on every trip. Because sometimes, fuel efficiency isn't about technology, it's about how you treat your car every day. You can't control gas prices, but you can control how your car burns fuel. Start with small habits. Check your tire pressure, replace your air filter, clean your MAF sensor, and you'll notice the difference within just a few days. And since you've stayed until the end, I've prepared a special follow-up video to help you understand exactly how to optimize your car so that every gallon of gas you buy truly delivers its full value. You can watch it right here in the comments below. How to cleaning mass airflow sensor. Secret hack mechanics don't want you to know. Thank you for watching.